The one real affront to the spirit realm and the natural way of living and loving is religion. Today I'm talking about the Christian religion, but any religion that seeks to control your life with rules and dogma is a control mechanism and nothing more. The call to celibacy is an idiotic idea and one that is against all natural laws and the ways of spirit. Why, oh why, must a person be celibate in order to be closer to the spiritual? It's ridiculous. Religion has declared the act of making love to be a sin. It has told us that the most wonderful gift of love to be experienced between two people is dirty. But that could not be further from the truth. In fact, it is at the centre of what Jesus and Mary Magdalene taught. The feminine principle, as it has always been known from Jesus and Mary Magdalene's time and practiced by the Gnostics and others, is very real, and it is at the heart of spiritual love. Tantric sex, practiced by many today, is a form of love derived from the feminine principle. But to the emerging patriarchal Christian religion, meeting at the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD, the female was always to be portrayed as a whore and a corrupter of man. The intention was clearly to demean females, all of them. In the Garden of Eden myth, the Christian religion amended an earlier story in order to blame the female for the so-called fall of man. You must keep your women silent in church. Even the wife of Jesus, Mary Magdalene, herself a high priestess in the temple of Isis in Egypt, was wrongfully portrayed in the emerging Bible as a penitent whore. It beggars belief how far religion will go. Time and again the church refers to woman as the corrupter of man, but this is the work of a patriarchal institution more fearful of women than anything else. To lay with a woman is to lay with corruption itself. The legacy of the Garden of Eden myth, as portrayed by the church, fulfills its original intention, and the faithful sheep obey. You can watch my video on the Garden of Eden and why nothing about the story stacks up on this channel. Now, religion tells us that thinking of a female in a sexual way or in a loving way that involves sexual thoughts is wrong and impure. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I've had impure thoughts. Yet it is the most natural thing in the world for a man to think about a woman in this way, and vice versa, of course. This is nature after all. Is nature impure? Is nature itself sinful? Of course not. So the Roman Catholic Church bans its priesthood from experiencing what amounts to the epitome of the work of the universe. It is, after all, love's greatest experience for mankind, and only through the female can man experience these heights of pleasure. The Catholic Church purposely banned its priesthood from marrying or becoming involved with a woman in a romantic or sexual way. This denies the workforce of any first-hand experience and knowledge of this type of profound love. It removes the priesthood from any such loving experience. And yet, surely earthly love is a subject in which the priesthood should be well versed. The Church, though, believes that making love, the joining of two people in the act of love, is corruption. Unless, of course, those two people have been joined together in a marriage performed by the Church. Marriage is a man-made institution, and remember this, mankind invented religion and marriage and the concept of sin to control your life at every turn. Making love without being married is not a sin. Don't let any priest ever tell you that it is. Now, love in any form is a positive emotion and creates positive energy. Positive energy is how the universe expands. With all the hatred, greed and other negative emotions in the world today, love is a much needed emotion. Religions teach not the truth, but only control. Now, finally, let's be perfectly clear on one very important point. Two people who meet and just have sex after only a short while, without a deep feeling of love or respect for one another, They just cheapen themselves and give themselves too freely. They should really wait for that special person for true love to be involved. Not waiting, though, is no sin before Spirit, but it can affect your self-esteem. All I would really say is choose your partners as wisely as you can. Only sleep with those you love. Be as sure as you can be before you give everything. Then love, and don't feel guilty about it. Feel good. That positive energy will surge forward.